Man, them, put yourself back in the scenario.
Yeah.
You've
Many
smashed
times.
this chick. She has 15 to 30 minutes
Yeah.
to go and find your Jimmy.
It's still warm.
Yeah. Wow, your CD.
Why did you bring us back into this scenario?
Bro,
The mics are blood clot open. Check.
Select accent for the podcast.
Calvin always late.
episode 142. Which camera? This one. Episode.
All of them.
Cameras,
142.
all of them. Episode 142. The mics are open. Back in the building. My name is G Money.
Neville.
And Young.
Yo.
Big C.
Oga.
Hey.
Oga.
Mr. Olamide.
Oh my God, guys, how you guys doing?
How far now? Now, for those of you who are wondering why we're calling Calvin Oga, Calvin has spent the last 5-6
making
days
him sound like Shrek.
in Lagos.
Oga.
And if you follow him on social media, and Grouchy can send some pictures now, it's been party after party after party.
Yes, big trio.
Now, here's the thing, right? Oh, sorry, you guys introduce yourself.
Yes, we're good.
Yes,
We're good.
yes,
Right.
yes.
To the
Here's the
Nigerian.
thing, and I want you to answer this question now, right? Remember when I used to go to West Africa?
Yeah.
And you guys used to say, gee, but when you go over there, you seem to be like a different person. You're
Yeah.
out, you're partying.
You're in
Tell us
Boda
now. Tell us now.
You've been partying every day,
Let me
bro.
tell you this, right? So I have a friend of mine. So this is what they do in Lagos. You pay your rent at the beginning of the year.
Yes. For the whole year.
For the whole year.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yes.
Not
Yeah,
for
For the whole year.
Even in
Man.
Ghana too.
Yes.
everyone.
Yeah.
You pay everyone. That's how it is.
That's how they do it.
You pay your rent for
everyone-
one.
So you see the apartment where I was
Wow,
staying
I
at, right?
don't think we can survive.
Yeah, man.
Because we're used to month
but they
to
save
month.
up. They
No,
save up.
throughout
It's a
the whole
culture.
year.
Yeah. So
Wow.
the apartment where we're staying at is equally the same as this where we're
Studio,
recording,
right,
right?
okay.
Yeah. So my friend has almost the same size, right? He's paying 274,000 shillings all year.
For the whole year.
Month.
Kenya shillings.
Yes.
For the whole month.
270.
for 12 months.
274. So if you
Damn,
divide
gotta
that by like
12.
by 12, I told my guy, listen,
To 74k.
that's a one bedroom.
Yeah.
Get a 2-bedroom. I've just figured out.
By what?
Imagine.
22,800.
This
Yeah.
year 23.
But,
What?
but, the very big but here. You're converting their money to our money.
Yeah.
For them, it's like millions.
It's millions.
like 1
Because
million
it's
that they
actually a
get.
million.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a million naira.
Right, yeah.
So that's how much it is. So when you told me that, I was like, bro, I could really get a 2-bedroom.
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
can
Sour. I'm
Nice.
happy to hear of the financial situation of your friends. But more importantly, you are out every night of the week. Why?
Yeah, and the
Where's the
goddamn-
vlog?
Yeah.
Where's the vlog, man?
Yo, like I went there to network, to experience, to see the culture,
party.
everything,
That's what they call
to
it,
party.
network.
But yeah, but you see, that's because of the industry that we're in. All the spaces that we needed to be in, it's like that. Like all
Yeah.
the celebrities out there,
Everyone's
like I said
there.
it on the minisode, you don't know who is at the club to just club and who's a celebrity.
Yeah.
They all mingle with each other like that.
But you know, one surprising thing that I saw on your Insta story, and it's a shame that you didn't give us a vlog, Calvin. Come on, this was your debut on the channel. But anyway, one thing that surprised me is that you showed us an Insta story of someone carrying bags of money, like 100,000, 150,000 in the club, and they were throwing it up, and it wasn't a strip club; it was just a normal party.
Yeah.
Can that happen in Kenya?
Well, the thing is,
Without KRA,
Yo,
looking at you and
KRA,
No,
bro.
and
first
doing that
of all,
thing.
You
They
have
have
to
an
understand
entertainment budget, bro.
that's business. So, for example,
Yeah.
right. So when I went to a wedding over there, right. So let's say I have
Money
I don't
changer.
know, 50,000 or nairas, whatever. I can get it changed into like small denominations.
Yes.
So the denominations you see me throwing are actually small denominations.
Yeah, yeah,
But you buy them from the money changer. So for example, 50. So if I'm buying like 50,000
Naira.
small notes,
Yeah.
it probably cost like
10,000 more.
70,000.
10,
10K,
50,000
10K
more.
naira.
Yeah, okay.
So
So it's a business kind
so
of
it's a
So it's a
thing.
business thing, right? So
Yeah,
the
Kenyans.
the guy selling that wad of cash, right? He starts at 200, the 200 note naira, right? So you guys are just throwing it. But like G said, and to explain it to people, it's not like, you know how in Atlanta they throw in the stripper.
Yeah.
This is actually part of their culture.
Yeah.
They do it at weddings.
Weddings
They do it at
especially.
parties,
Yeah.
birthday parties, and more importantly, at burials as well.
Wow.
Yeah, so they throw it, so it's their culture.
And that's why you see, like, even at a wedding, you'll see these guys, the bride and the groom, they're dancing till their sweat is dropping off. Because the longer they dance, the more money you
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man.
You know,
To be honest, me, I'd like to
the
try
sad thing
that.
also is, bro, do you know how many thieves are in Kenyan clubs?
To be
So the
you
moment-
think we
the
can
moment
throw
you give it-
50,000 in deja vu?
No!
In 100
No!
and 50 bobs.
I mean, you guys know how Kenya is. A couple of years ago, maybe about like 5 years or something, there's a guy who I don't know what deal he'd done, but he threw like maybe close to like 60 or 70K inside Mercury. What? Everyone
was a fight.
around it.
I'd like to try that, I
But you
swear.
see, but that's the thing.
Everyone was
Yeah,
like,
I'd
like to
who's
try.
I'd like
that
to
guy?
see Kenyans' reaction to it, because you know Kenyans are all of us are. We feel as if we are celebrities in our own.
They have not
If you see,
curious.
if you're in a club like bar next door, you see 100 bobs raining. Are you gonna be the one to collect
Fam,
or utakanya?
I tell you,
I can speak for
that's a
myself.
good question.
I can speak for myself. I can speak for myself. Me,
On a Sunday, you and Grouchy.
pride alone.
Obamba, way.
You do it.
I'm not doing it.
For real?
No.
Come on, G.
Pride alone.
let me tell you.
What, no, what do you
But-
mean pride alone? What,
As
what's,
in me.
You're
Yeah.
picking money.
Running to pick up my for me.
oh, no, what about you throwing money?
What about you
Oh,
throwing?
throwing money.
Yes.
You wouldn't pick up, but you'd throw.
I don't know. Maybe
Bro.
it's difficult here.
Over
It's
here,
different.
the perception's gonna be like, look at this one.
Look at this
yeah,
nigga.
you know how it is.
But
Yeah.
And then you'll
Nah.
collect.
Yeah.
No, Neville, you know what?
Nah.
I've changed my mind. I
I'm
want to see, I wanna
manifesting.
see
Man,
this
I wanna
happen.
see the reaction.
For the reaction, yeah,
For
I
the
wanna see this
reaction.
happen.
I'm manifesting throwing money in the club.
Don't mess,
2022.
bro.
when that
Light
when
a candle.
when that happened, when they started throwing money at the beach party, right? Bro, for a couple of minutes, I was shook. Like everyone around me
Well, guys,
is
no.
looking at me like, Calvin, why are you shocked? Because I was like,
You didn't collect a few notes?
No. That's
Bro.
the
You
thing
sure?
about it.
how the
It's
fuck
so
am I?
culturally
It's like awkward.
I'm out here chilling with Tiwa. She's throwing money. Calvin,
Then you're just
fuck off.
Calvin,
Nah,
come
nah,
on.
nah,
Tiwa is a savage. She knows it.
Bro, I can't.
It's
Not
a
even.
business.
Calvin, you
The
just
money's
tell them
going
my
back.
last name allows me.
Listen, do you know 200 bob, 200 naira is like 50 shillings. That is what I was giving everyone. Because in Lagos,
Oh, so
in
you're
Lagos-
making it
So you're
rain.
the one
No,
who's
no, no,
Ah,
no.
yes,
In
Calvin,
Lagos,
yes,
representing.
in Lagos, any security guard, anyone who's the help is always sir. So you have to walk around with like
something.
1,000 naira, 2,000 naira, so that two
Yeah.
sock, what. So me collecting two socks, nah, come on.
At least our ambassador
Mr.
is
Money.
you.
But apart from all of that, all of the jokes and all of the like the money dashing and all of the fun you had, what would you say before we move on? What's the one thing that you took away now that you're back in the 254? What's the one thing that you've taken away from a trip to West Africa? Your first trip to West Africa.
Said it on the minisode. And I'll say it again, from the driver who picked me up at the airport, who actually even sent me a message today, to a guy who sold me headphones at the airport, to some guy who changed money for me, a guy in immigration, my boys, everyone that I met. No one was fucking mean.
Right.
Not a single person.
Right.
Not
Everyone was nice.
None.
Right.
Yeah, we felt like a
Immigration
tourist.
guy was even like, he's like, when you were being born, I was just graduating. What? Look at
Really?
me, I have 2 wives. What?
And
I was like, what the
And you know,
fuck?
I'm glad you say that, because one of the things that always brings me back to West Africa
Yeah.
is the hospitality. And the
Yeah.
thing about it is, Nigerians especially are so maligned all around the world, like
Yeah.
Naija this, Naija that,
Yeah.
Yahoo boys. But when you actually go there, you're like, it's actually such
It's
a dope
different,
place.
different.
It's crazy,
You know what I mean?
but also with that said, we also said it again, man. You have to experience Nigeria on all sides, right? So the poverty is nuts as well, but the rich are super rich
Super
as
rich.
well, super
The
rich.
gap
Like
is massive.
like you know, we don't have. Well, I don't know. On paper, we don't have dollar billionaires over here, but over there, like you see their
Regular
boats, you
thing,
see
yeah.
their cars, the buildings they've built.
There's
It's
no roads in the
nuts.
village, but they have cities.
Yeah, but it's a vibe, and for anyone who's who wants to experience that, just go see it.
Let me ask you this: Is it like Is it a costly trip? Because apart from just going on trips and vacationing and wanting to go and planning yourself, like is going to an African country like a better experience and a cheaper experience than going to like a Dubai where we're all used to like the shopping?
That's a good question.
Yeah, because when I think of out of the country travel, I want to go Dubai. So when I come back with a cheaper PS5 or things like that. But when I saw your experience, I was like, damn, West Africa looks like a vibe. The art, the people, the hospitality. So is it like a?
It's cheaper to go to Dubai.
It is cheap.
It's cheaper to go to Dubai?
It's much cheaper to go to Dubai. Flying within, you'll experience it. Flying within the continent is more expensive.
Than
Yeah.
Like
we need to work on that.
Literally, I can no lie. I can do a weekend in Dubai for between 90 and 100k, inclusive of accommodation.
Yeah.
Wow.
And what's
And the
even-
90 and 100k in Lagos.
That's your
that's your flights.
Yo, hold up, wait one second.
What? My Lagos buddies.
I was looking at a flight to Lagos for the end of the month. Oh shit!
You're supposed to manifest it.
But I'm manifesting.
Do you want us to
You're supposed to tweet first.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
that
for controversy's sake?
So I was googling the flight to Lagos, and at the end of January, early February, it's 79,000 shillings.
Yeah.
Return.
Return, yeah.
Oh my God.
So and you see that's him booking
In advance.
in advance.
Oh man.
But-
For me, it was a bit
Yeah.
more. Yeah.
Wow,
So
I
if
hope
you-
it gets cheaper because I'd like to be that person who has visited.
But
No, do this, right? Different airlines have different offers. And he's flying direct, by the way. We have to make sure that we mention he's flying direct. If you fly Rwanda Air or
Ethiopia, it's cheaper.
they have, it'll come to maybe like, and this is now me looking at it 3 days too. If he's G's looking at it like a month or something,
It's gonna be
it'll probably come to like 600, 500.
yeah, and also like good point with that is I think what scares most people about traveling is the airfare and the cost.
Yeah.
Fam, like the last time I went to Lagos, my flight was $400.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But I went in March.
Uh-huh.
I booked it in October.
So
You get-
planning.
So I think at the end of the day, like I think when most of us fall down, or many people fall down when it comes to planning is to travel, is that none of us are rich enough to get up and travel tomorrow.
Yeah.
The majority are not rich enough to get up and travel tomorrow.
Yeah.
So like say you want to go to Lagos, you want to go to Accra, you want to go somewhere. Say to yourself, okay, boom. Me, I'm going to Accra in November. You get me? So now, how much is the flight in November? I see in November it's like $500. Cool. I go to a travel agent and I say I want to put my deposit down on this. Rather, because if you book online, you're gonna have to pay all of it at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you find yourself a travel agent, you put your
But
thing down
that's
and you move
very
on.
fair point. Actually, travel agents do that. They can actually break it down
So a
for you.
travel agent is better than trying to maneuver it
Because
yourself.
if I'm going KQ will just give you the security where they tell you pay an additional like 5k to secure the flight not going up and down like
Okay.
that. But
Okay.
also on that whole Ghana tip, I'm going there. Yes.
Amen.
Ghana,
You see what
you
is
don't
happening.
need a
You see what is
visa.
happening.
I see what's happening.
You see what is
You don't need a
happening.
visa. But let me tell you guys this. Life-changing experience for sure. How I look at things over here in terms of the culture, the industry
And the
that we
hustle.
have, the hustle. Jesus
But
Christ.
let me ask a question. I remember when we came back from Dubai, when we'd gone for Dubai Sevens, there's some things, some reality checks that maybe Neve and I were having. For example, I won't lie, there are some things we take for granted in this country, like the matatu system. As much as we complain about it, yeah, there's some convenience to it. Still have to be done. Some things like M-Pesa, something that we take for granted so much. You come back here and you are like, "Phew, you know
Whoa,
what?
no lie.
I don't take that for granted."
No lie.
Yeah.
Fuck the matatus. But M-Pesa.
Yes.
You know
M-Pesa,
lockdown
yes.
is playing in Matatu,
M-Pesa.
so don't say fuck.
Yo, you're not the matatu culture, bro.
We love Matatus.
Yeah, so when you came back or when you were over there, were you like, damn, you know what? I actually didn't think about this, but we might be taking this and this for granted back at home.
Airport.
What? My God.
time. This is not the first time you're saying
Listen.
this.
I actually took a picture
Let's
for you
go,
guys.
let's
I took
go.
a picture for you
You
guys,
send
right?
it to Grouchy, puts it on the screen.
So that just for you guys to get context right now, right? My God, this is the airport. Just take the phone around. This is the airport when guys are like,
Wow, those are so many
trying
people.
to- there is so many people at
That
the
is so
airport.
much
And this is
It looks
before
like a mall.
and this is one side, right? This is a picture of one side, and I took a picture of the
They
other
should
side.
take down the Christmas
It's
tree.
nuts.
It's time.
Oh, also
It's
in
time.
Lagos, Christmas is all the way
Still
up
going on.
until
End
all
of
the way
January.
up
After
until
party.
December.
Hey,
But,
last
so
one.
in terms of like M-Pesa, obviously we have massive convenience, but they do a lot of transfer bank to bank,
Okay.
right? Yeah. So everyone will tell you I'm with Fast Bank, I'm with GTB. So they're always just transferring, transfer, account.
I believe all those Nigerian movies when I see them with paper bags of money. I believe suitcases and
Yeah.
what I believe that.
But
I
yeah,
believe
it's
all
a,
of
it's,
that.
a, it's a busy country, massive country.
If you didn't get a gist on Calvin's Lagos trip, make sure you go back and listen to the Monday Minnesota
Yeah.
where
Yes,
we
sir.
spent more time breaking it down.
Yeah.
Now we like to start the podcast with a little thing that we call open mic.
Yes, open mic. This is where you send in all your questions, suggestions, comments on our socials. And the comment that was coming in the most, let's just address it and be done with. You know, Calvin and Andy, we are fortunate to be in the company of Idris Elbow. Gee, you went viral this week. Low budget.
Low budget Idris
Yo,
Elba.
so Calvin, since you were in Lagos, while you were away, Olamide.
What happened?
G put up a TBT photo of when he had shaved off his beard, and he was looking like Idris Elba. Like Grouchy has put the photo here, and people on Twitter were not having it.
You know, I saw that photo. I saw that photo, and I think I was like half drowsy.
Yeah.
I was just like, this nigga. Like I knew
address the
exactly.
nation.
I appointed the exact date when that picture was posted up.
But you know the crazy thing is,
You
the
brought them
crazy
out.
thing is, right, and I never understand this about social media.
Yeah.
This is the third time I've done it.
Yeah.
With the
They
same
keep
picture.
Same energy.
With
Same
the same
energy.
homeboys hoodie.
Same
the same
energy.
picture.
In the car, the same
The
pose.
same car. And I'm like only like two people were like, I've seen this picture before.
Yeah, I've seen it before.
Everyone else was like,
Was
in
going
it.
mad.
And this is
Even
like,
his face is slimmer than.
Wow.
that's a very important point.
This is a good thing if he says that it's
Yeah,
a good
but
thing.
that was when at the heart of when I have never forgotten when he
the heart
came to
of-
my office in shorts.
Oh,
and it was
no,
like,
still.
yeah, I'm here to see Calvin.
You need to heal and move on from
Just leave
that,
it
bro.
there.
my receptionist is like, there's a guy called Conrad here with shorts to see you. Okay.
Is that why you're wearing shorts today to the podcast?
Bro, I'm on
Payback?
holiday, man.
Uko sawa, but, all right. Moving on and open mic. G, you're good.
I'm good.
You're good.
I'm
Okay. Which artists are we excited for this year from the Kenyan music scene? Which artists are we most excited about? I have to say Chris Kaiga.
Oh, fuck.
He already dropped a few singles of his new album, Adventures of Chris Kaiga, Kengele, I Want. Looking forward to that. Also, Nikita Kering.
Oh.
She had an amazing 2021. I felt
Right,
as if
right.
she put that foundation.
Breakthrough song.
Yeah, it was dope. Now comes, the hard work and pushing the envelopes forward. So I'm excited about also Nikita.
She's got some dope management.
Yes, and
by
of
the
course,
way.
the man them trio mio. I'm sure every year opportunities for trio will never happen. I'm a VP Calvin. Manager.
So Calvin, your son. No. You know what? Today, actually, funny enough, in studio today, we played a song by Trio Mio. I think it's either is it Step or something?
Yeah,
Oh.
Stepper, yeah.
Stepper, right?
Yeah, some
And
sort,
actually,
yeah.
listening to his flow, I'm like, this kid has actually got flow.
Yo, he's dope.
Like he's literally actually
He's
dope.
dope.
And the thing about it is, I'm like, we were talking. So one of the conversations, and I want to ask you guys, as we answer the question, is Rema has accepted to go to university. So his mom has said, "Hey, we're 19 or whatever. This music thing, whatever. You have to go to university."
Yeah.
So now he tweeted like something like, "See you in class." You get? So the thing about it is now.
Class with Rema.
No, so these are all young people.
Yeah.
So I sat there thinking to myself, man, how is it gonna go with like Trio Mio like in 2-3 years time? Because apparently he's been homeschooled now.
Yeah.
They had to take him out.
So
I don't know
it's
how
a
to
mess.
They
It's a
take him out of
mess.
school.
He's a celebrity like that.
Bro,
What do you mean a mess? Like,
He can't learn.
Trio was called by Baba.
Yeah.
Remember?
You can't go to
oh, there's
school
no way.
after
You
that.
can't go back
If
to
you're
school
paying
after
the
that.
fee,
Three times, you
Baba.
can't go back to school
Fam,
after that.
let me
wow,
tell
you
you.
can't go here.
Yeah, yeah.
I forgot about that. You
if-
can't go to
yeah,
school
yeah.
after that.
If in August Baba wins,
Wow.
Trio gotta be at the inauguration.
Someone check on Ben
If Baba
Kizaiga.
wins,
I
if Baba
believe
wins,
university.
if Baba wins, Trio has to be Minister of Youth.
But, like, look at it.
Minister of Youth.
Sports and arts and culture.
Look at it this way.
Yes.
His signature will be like,
Very important point. I mean, once you go to perform for Baba, you go back to your dorm, you know. You're wearing your blazer or your jumper. What can anyone tell you?
What can a teacher tell you?
What do you? Yes, fair point. What is the headmaster telling you?
At you go to sleep.
What is mathematics?
You, does Baba know you?
Damn, have you been doing press
Lagos energy.
He's a foodie.
Does Baba know you?
Does Baba know you? That's it.
But it's true. He's on a different league right now.
Yeah, for sure. I'm looking forward to Nyashinsky. Nyashinsky is going to be dropping a lot more collaborations this year because remember from the project that he dropped in 2020, no features whatsoever. So this one you've seen, he dropped the first one with Femi, Femi One properly. So there's a lot more.
Big tune.
A lot more songs
Kind
that
of
are going to
Femi
come.
kills that.
Yeah. She did her thing too.
What? Yeah. She's
owned
Femi
it.
was
Femi took her a chance. She's like, yeah, me and Nash, I'm gonna eat this.
Of course. That's what you expect. So that I'm definitely looking forward to that. And just Asam Gavi.
Yo, yeah, 20. Yeah,
You
girls
feel
down
me?
20 with Tayo Moas. Those two,
Yeah, I hit him up. I was like, bro, I've got to get you on the show to just interview you.
Andy, what do you feel as if in that
Yo,
space you're excited for?
There's a
2022?
guy called Julian Drizzle. Go check out Julian
Drizzle,
And Bomb Ni Bomb, one of his latest singles. Yeah, trust me, sold. But he's one of the artists I'm really looking
I'm
forward to
disgusted with all of you.
seeing blow up
Come
this
on.
year.
Here we go.
Disgusted.
You're waiting for
None
what,
of you-
Sauti Soul?
None of you mentioned Lil Minor.
We're
just
not
go
done.
back.
We
We're
just
not
go
done.
back, man. We just started off, man.
Yo, guys were killing him online for stealing beats, but creativity
Yo,
on 1,000
he's got
still.
bars.
Shout out the producers
He's
too.
got bars.
Lil
You
Minor.
know what?
Wanakuita 1 minute man.
Hey, pale kuba chap chap maze.
yeah,
Come.
so-
Yo, that song is
come on,
massive
man.
though.
It's
That song
massive.
is
So,
massive.
Andy, G, you're looking forward to Lil Minor. Who else?
No. I've answered the question already. Me, it's Trio.
It's
Damn.
Trio.
Also, yo, we can't miss out on mentioning Sauti Soul and the whole Soul generation. Cause Nviri, the storyteller, Ben Soul, and everyone else in Sauti Soul. Damn, they just do
Bro,
the damn thing.
Lagos is waiting for them actually. They've got something happening in a bit. I think you guys will see it once they announce it. But yeah, definitely.
It's also good to see King Kaka back in the scene.
Yeah.
New song with
Calligraph,
Yeah.
also them collaborating.
Yeah.
So moving on. So I feel as if since my our open mic segment has become so big, we're gonna have to be hiding identities of some of the people who send us things
Hey,
because we had a situation with a few episodes back with Kendi. When we said her story,
yes.
she got a bit of pushback from the man.
Oh, really?
So now we are hiding identities. So I'm just gonna say one of her names. This is Wanjiro. She says, "Happy New Year! It's 2022. I'm looking forward to what the good company has to offer. I'm sure it's gonna be great. Thank you very much. Yes, 50,000 subscribers. So discuss this for the next episode. At what point in communication/relationship do people feel they can send nude pictures or porn rated stuff without the consent of the recipient? I am a she who got from a he, and I felt disrespected because I did not ask for it at any point.
Right. Okay.
Does romantic relationships have to exchange nude pictures?
Okay. Can I take that one?
Yeah.
First of all, like, whether you're a dude or a chick, fam, you can't just be sending like pictures, X-rated pictures, because let me tell you why you can't just do that. First of all, it's like there's a level of familiarity that's crazy there, right? Now the thing about it is, think about it. I'm at work 10 o'clock in the afternoon, in the morning, right? Or 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm just, me and Charlie doing the show, blah blah blah. Ping it open up, be like, it froze you like, what the? I'm trying to say. Think about it. That's from my context. Think about it from the context of a chick who hasn't asked. Just opens up her IG one day, pow, there's a meaty dick there. Do you know what I mean?
Pause.
What the fuck?
But let me tell you the problem here. The problem here is not the content being sent. It's coming from the wrong person. That's the only problem here. Because
Really?
if it's coming from someone that she likes or someone she's attracted to, she's gonna get the message.
Right.
Trust me. And the same with Mandem. I feel like with Mandem, it's the same. Unless you really are that person who feels offended if someone sends you X-rated content. If it's coming from someone that you'd
You like?
actually want it from, you're not gonna complain.
Yeah,
So I feel like that's the issue.
I have double standards when it comes to this.
Of course you do.
I would like out of the blues, if we are talking, like, hit me.
Kisonko.
Eh,
Send it titties.
hit it, tamu sana.
I didn't ask for it.
But yeah, so for me, I feel as if I have a double standards. If it's you sending to me, yo, if you're feeling sexy today and you're finna me give you something, please do send it through. You know, we can get to that. But for me personally, I'm not gonna be the one to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel as if I grew up a bit. Plus, I don't wanna be out there like that.
Plus, isn't it illegal to like send nudes or something?
Illegal?
I don't know.
Well,
There's a way you can be
there's a
charged
law.
under the
Yeah.
Telegraph Act. Telegraph. It's called a Telegraph Act or something.
Yeah.
Some old school
Telegram.
act.
Oh.
Okay.
For me,
Cavo.
I ain't sending none.
No, it's not
Okay.
about that.
Okay.
Like, what's the right time to exchange this kind of
Is
content?
there a right time?
Yeah.
Bro, like honestly, is there a right time?
Yeah.
Yes, younger days, for sure. Yeah, but for me, it's just if you want to send me like a bit of something, not too.
Don't reveal
Not until
everything.
your leg is uko, come on, just relax.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't, come on, let me take enough pictures mentally. Like creativity.
You don't everything just once in a while. Like, this is what's waiting for you at home.
What?
Calvin, you want to tell me in your
Jollof
next
rice.
relationship,
Oh my God.
if that's what you want to call her, but in your next relationship, or if you're in one or whatever, when it becomes like, or when it gets to that point where, say, you share the same house, say you're even married, you want to tell me that you would maybe, I don't know, like, hey, this is what's waiting for you at home.
Never say never.
Never say never.
Never say never.
Uh-huh.
But if it happens, if she's about that vibe, so we have to adapt, right? But have I always been that kind of person for those kind of things? Not really. Yeah, it's just who I am. I think
And
I'm a bit timid.
I think
terms
also.
of that.
Okay.
I think it's also like I don't use the word generational thing, but it's also a generational thing. In the sense of like, end of the day, like if I came up, if I was like 15, 20 years younger, then I'd probably be all for it and all like, yeah, send bags, blah, blah, blah. But I think that the era for that is it's still, there's still a bit of weirdness to it for me.
Yeah, like I love how you put it, right? So of course, G's from and also for me
The
when I was
medieval
in
times.
like young high school days.
Stone Age.
Don't stop the words, bro.
No.
G's from you've joined.
No,
G's from
no, you see,
era.
the point I want to put across is this, right? Let's even go and put it in terms of music, right? When you listen to like 90s and early 90s R&B, how they used to describe what I want to do to you. You get, it was very well written. It's a man penning down. You see, at that time is when people used to write a lot of letters. There was no photos being taken. Just you want to see this? Bah!
R&B.
You get. Let me describe it to you. You get. So that whole description. Oh, I can fuck with
Do you
that.
know- do you know-
If you actually get on phone and you just tell me, yo,
Do you know
the way
who
this
fucked
pum
that
pum
up?
is.
You know,
You don't want a girl who's whining on the phone like,
Do you know who messed
nigga,
up?
I'ma do this to you.
bro. Good point, fam. Let's talk about this. Let's explore this.
Yeah.
Call
Let's
your
talk about
capping,
this.
man. This
No,
this
no,
No, I
Nigerian
swear
cap.
to God. I swear.
No, for real. But think about it, right? Even in the clubs nowadays, most DJs, many DJs, will drop 1 or 2 free slow jams from back in the day, whether it's Usher or whoever. It's what guys are doing now, right?
Yeah.
But think about it, bro. Like in what 20 years ago, someone like Luther Vandross would say something like, can I take you out tonight to the movies?
Yeah.
To the park.
Boring.
Now in this era, it's we are coming.
no,
doggy style.
In this era, it's wakadinali. Uko na mattress store form.
Exactly.
Uko na mattress,
Bro, I blame Dr. Dre.
Oh, Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre.
Why?
2001.
2001.
Oh,
I just want to fuck.
And that whole era, that whole West
era,
Coast.
that was-
But that's what they wanted to
I also
do.
You were listening to an
Telling us
album.
kusugua kwa shower, kwa mgongo. No nini, come on. now.
2001 and all of that whole era, even Biggie. I mean, when they were dropping sounds
Oh, wow.
where remember the albums at that point had skits.
Yeah.
A lot of skits.
Interludes.
Yeah.
Guys in studio getting head, guys banging. The doctor's like, "Oh, you're here to see the doctor?" And then they're like, you can just hear Dr. Dre fucking in the back. Then Calvin, you are really paying
I don't know
attention
what
to
an
these
animation
skits.
that Calvin is
Bro,
voicing.
by the way,
The skits were doing it.
by the way, he's right.
Yeah.
Go to Biggie's first album and hear that skit with him and Lil
Get
Kim.
him head.
Oh my God,
Oh.
it's crazy. He's like,
Damn.
"Fuck me, you big black son of a bitch,
Actually, it's
motherfucker."
madness.
Crazy.
Like that whole era. Jesus.
So Calvin, you want to tell me that you wouldn't want that?
Maybe occasionally, once in a while.
Okay.
But honestly, let me tell you this, and I'll put it across. I actually like ladies. Like you
What
know.
do you, wait, yo.
No,
Hey.
me, I see, like
Don't
if-
disrespect the ladies, them out
Like,
there,
like,
bro.
let me put it to you. Like a
ladies.
well dressed lady. She's like a lawyer, that kind of thing. Like
to
I
the
like
kitchen.
corporate. You know what I mean? You like
No,
if
You up, eh?
if it was like a Cardi B, I'll fuck with that. No disrespect.
So you wouldn't like that. You like a
So
lady.
now
lady.
lawyer,
Basically, what I'm
Cardi B.
trying to
You
say
like
is
a
this.
boring-
Ladies who went to finishing school.
So
They're not boring.
No, guys, there's so much going on here.
They're not boring. They probably, bro. Let me tell you, these babes who are, these babes who are out here
You
wearing
ask a lawyer how
scapsuits.
they're there.
What?
No, I know very dope and interesting lawyers.
Guys, one
Neville.
voice. Allow Calvin to
Stop the
finish his
violation.
point
Yo,
and then come back.
these babes who are like wearing scatsuits and all of. I'll talk to my brother Austin. Austin, you know what I'm saying, right?
No.
I think he doesn't want to be here.
You motherfuckers about to send me
take it
out.
up.
Can I come in? What's the date today? Like it's 2022, right?
Yeah.
January 2022. Did you say finishing school?
Yeah, I said finishing school. I swear to God.
I said, what the actual fuck? Do you even, like,
Yeah.
bro? Let me just come
That's so
context.
disrespectful and toxic at the same time.
wait. Let me say some context. Finishing school is where like the royal family and aristocrats would send their daughters
Calvin is done
after
with
school,
dropouts.
and they were taught how to walk, talk,
The royal
and
life.
they were taught how to be ladies.
Yeah.
Fucking finishing school.
Yep.
Hey,
I said
Calvin,
it.
you have done it
I
today.
said
What
it.
happened to
The
you,
title of the
Calvin?
podcast is finishing school.
Yo, like imagine going on a date who doesn't even know what spoon to use or what fork to use. Like
Does
what
it even
the
Calvin?
fuck?
I
You're
don't
the
care.
man, baby. It's
No.
fine.
I don't care.
Guys, one voice.
Like I like that. Like I like ladies.
No, you like bougie ladies. Just say that. That's bougie.
Finishing school is not about like being bougie. You could be from wherever, but you've gone to finishing school. You have proper mannerisms. Like she's not gonna just come to my house and be like, go straight to the washroom. Like people who've gone to finishing school will ask you, can I use your
finishing
washroom?
Wait.
There's a place called finishing
Let me
school.
add that. Let me jump on that,
Yeah.
Calvin.
Do men go to finishing school?
Yeah, it's fun.
Let me tell you something, and
I love
this is
this.
something that I have recognized within myself over the last few months. You know, chicks who are laddish.
Huh?
Laddish is meaning like, you know, those the good time chicks. Fam, I find them so annoying now. As in so annoying, and even if you're my closest friend, if you want to be in a set, if you want to be as, I find it so fucking off-putting now. Whereas I used to think it was cool, like this is a chick that can hang with the man them.
Yeah.
I find it so off-putting now, like really and truly. And there was like even the other day, there was a situation that I'm like, I stood there thinking to myself like, wow. This is a different side of. You know what I'm
But
saying?
maybe a younger version of you would have been okay with that.
Yeah, maybe a younger
Yeah.
version of me would have been okay with that.
So-
but for me now, in this situation, it was just noise and attention seeking.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
There's actually,
Okay.
actually read about it. In Kenya, there's guys go for finishing school. It's not to that extent what G's saying, but all of these other different kind of things, it happens.
But Calvin, them,
I think I'd like
because
to see the syllabus
I
of the
finished
finishing
school,
school.
and I couldn't care less about something like what spoon, what fork to
But-
use, how to,
but-
because there's a bit of culturation over there. That's why I'm saying bougie. Because with all my education, with the education that God has blessed me, fortunately, bro, some things like that I haven't had the privilege of. Because even Neville has shared some things about maybe some things that they used to be taught in his high school, like how to use maybe this spoon, maybe there's a starter before the main dish, dessert comes at this time. I didn't get none of that, bro.
Yeah.
So our
And it
experiences, and I don't care.
I'm joking. No, what I'm saying
I
is,
don't
but
care.
what I'm trying to say is, but you see, there are some things that, and I'm gonna go back. Like end of the day, not even go back. I'm gonna agree with Calvin in the sense that, like, I believe that there are some things you should learn. Whether or not you use them. I think you should know which hand to use the knife and fork with. I think.
Really?
I think-
Why?
I do.
Against that, there is no law. Who came up with
tell
this?
Tell me what do
So
knife
for
and
me-
fork do?
So for me, let me tell you, and it's something I struggle
We're
with.
uncultured.
Bruh.
But for me, it's something I struggle. Like if you would say to me which hand uses the knife and the fork
Yeah.
right now, I'd probably get it wrong. But put me around the dinner table and it just kicks in.
Yeah.
I know that your fork, your knife's over here, your fork, whichever way.
What if
It's-
I'm left-handed or ambidextrous?
I mean, it doesn't really make a difference, though, does it?
You see,
Exactly. So why
No,
should it matter?
It doesn't make a difference.
let's
But what I'm trying to say is, fam, whether you want to accept it or not, there are circles you will never reach in
Okay.
life if you don't have a certain level of
Decorum.
decorum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Okay.
The fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, you can't go to State House and grab fucking just put your hand and grab the meat
fridge,
here.
what?
You have to know how to quote unquote perform, and that is just unwritten. I've been in. Let me give you a story. There's a time I went to, I think I was in Boston, and I went out to dinner with my brother and his friends. Now these people are all super achievers. And I felt so out of place. I genuinely felt so. I don't know,
remember that
insecure.
time, yeah.
Remember that time?
Yeah.
I felt so out of place because you're sitting at the table. This person's a fucking multi-millionaire from this. This person is like a neurosurgeon, and they're going around the table giving each other accolades and all that stuff. And I remember sitting around the table thinking to myself, "Well, you know what? Fuck. When they get to me, the one thing I do know, or that shit, I know how to use the fuck."
I can slice that steak.
But the point I'm making, and here's the thing, here's another crazy thing. You know, when people talk about, and I'm expanding the whole thing. When people talk about why footballers always marry white women, Premier League footballers, black footballers, it's because those white chicks are in the circles that those guys are now moving in. So, for example, it's now end of the day, if it sounds crazy, but if you think about it, if Patricia from fucking down here, is not in the place where, is not in the kind of state where you can take her to the Savoy restaurant in the UK or whatever. You tend to resonate towards those chicks who are in that place and in that space and conform to those social behaviors. So I'm not saying it's the right thing, but I'm saying to you, end of the day, there are certain key etiquette things that you should learn, and you don't necessarily like. I'm not gonna go out to let's go to Galitos and say, Andy, use the fucking knife. No. But let me tell you, if we do go for dinner at a plush hotel and it's an occasion and you're acting out, I'm gonna look the fuck at you. Fuck are you doing?
Yep, it's good to know these things.
I don't know what to
And
use.
also, it's of course, you know, the etiquette and the mannerisms. You get like, you know, people who
It's like, I mean,
picks up the phone like, and by the way, this is not for ladies only. This is also for the dudes. Guys out here shouting on the phone. Nini, you're at like someone's house.
It's like
in the living room. Excuse yourself.
A couple episodes ago when Andy said, "What do you bring to the table?" I bring peace. Like, it's something that's really like etched itself in my brain, and I don't think for the rest of my life I'm ever gonna forget that, because I realized at the end of the day, you know what? And I remember my wild days of my 20s and my 30s. And I remember, and I think back to those days, and I'm like, Jesus Christ! If I had just had that, if I had sought peace, life would have been so different right now.
Yeah, man.
You get me? But man
Stay
was
for
on
violence,
road.
not peace.
You know?
Road man.
So yeah, man, it's one of them ones, there, bro.
Yeah, man.
Damn, that was the last one.
There are like two more here, but they at least they're encompassing what we're talking about. So also something that has been big on social media and someone wanted us to touch on was someone came out and gave a story of how they might have paid or allegedly paid for their cab ride using their mouth.
Right.
So let me read the story. It's me giving my extremely fine Uber driver head after deja vu on Saturday and still paying extra for the ride. Also, I started giving him head at Nyayo Stadium and he nutted before we reached the curve, the destination. Anyways, how's your weekend? So someone was asking us, have you guys ever paid for anything paid for something with anything other than
First of all,
currency?
on a list of things that didn't happen. No, first of all, here's the thing. Let's be honest. I think if I was reading the open mic questions, I wouldn't have even put up for conversation. Because it's a stupid scenario. Like, have any of us have paid for fam, man ain't no prostitute, man ain't no fucking gigolo. Man has never been.
Even in the younger days?
No, never been, fam.
For real?
Could never.
That is like, end of the day, that is like I'm not knocking what anybody else does for their thing. But for me, the mics are open and that's just like some primary school.
Why is Groji laughing in the background?
That's some joke thing. That shouldn't even have made a cut.
So this one for single, we could just keep it aside. So we could just keep it moving from
now, guys. I want to talk about Drake. I'm not even lying. I was about to say the hottest story, literally. So, Drake. I saw Drake. So he was sent to me last night, right? And I was like, Drake. So it was everywhere. TMZ. What? This chick has alleged that. She hooked up with Drake, do you have the post?
Instagram model.
Yeah.
Read it out.
So the Instagram model actually said that there are a lot of things, including the way Drake likes it from the back, blah, 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 blah. But the most interesting part about this whole story was that she said, immediately after we finished having sex, Drake went to the bathroom with the condom and disposed of it in the trash. And she says that a few minutes later, she went into the same bathroom that Drake disposed of the condom, picked it up, and tried to impregnate herself.
Yeah.
Yes. But shock to her, she felt as if her nanny was on fire, and Drake said that he had put hot sauce in the condom to kill the sperms.
That is what?
First
hot sauce to kill the sperms.
There's two things I think we really need to discuss here. The first things that I think the entire world needs to discuss here is the first thing. Does it work?
Please, if you have tested the comment section.
If you're a scientist,
let us know in the comment section below.
We need to know because we may have discovered.
I can assure you.
Human birth control.
I can assure you that definitely fucks with the what do you call it?
DNA of the sperm.
The whatever.
I'm sure it's not the same.
It does.
It's not swimming the same.
Baby comes out.
It's what's spicy.
What the fuck?
Spicy.
Baby comes out red hot. You know, like how you buy Doritos and they're hot. Baby comes out hot.
No, but seriously though,
like she's pregnant. Like
seriously,
oh my God,
though,
I'm on fire.
Seriously though.
But did you guys ever watch Ballers?
Yes, the series.
Man, that happens with all of these NBA guys, actors, what? And it got me thinking, how do I dispose of condoms?
That's
you guys also thought about it, right?
Yes.
Fam.
Why did you point at us like that?
Come on.
Basanga Dadi.
First of all, is that story for real? Is it true? Because later on, Drake posted up something later on, and the caption was along the lines of, "You want your 15 minutes of fame? I'll have the rest of 23 and 45,
23 and 45,
and 45 minutes." Insinuating that maybe this is cap. And
so my thing is, at the end of the day, let's assess Drake's sexual past.
Oh, my.
Right. We
That we know of.
Fam, for the few ones.
Drake's a hoe.
Drake's a hoe, like.
Yeah.
So Drake gets around. I won't say he's a hoe. He's enjoying his life,
anyway,
right?
yeah, let's call
Even
it
for
that.
the fact he had a baby with this
And
porn
porn
star,
star,
right?
yeah.
Fam, I'm telling you,
Remember, they had to
There
do
is-
how many DNA tests for them to actually confirm?
bro, there's no way that Drake, #1 artist of the decade, Billboard artist of the century. Let me give you some more. God's favorite rapper. There's no way that Drake chose a prostitute for his mother of his child.
That was the
Wow. Think about it.
No, have you
Think
seen
about it.
her?
Have you?
Think
Have you
about
seen?
it.
No, have you seen her? You think about
I've
it,
seen
bro.
Her, I've seen her.
Damn.
But wait a minute. You are out there as the artist who can get any chick.
Yes.
And you know that this chick is a fucking porn star.
Yes.
And you decide to impregnate her or you decide whatever happens, she gets pregnant. You decide that if Drake's probably been bitten by that already.
Drake is not the guy with the best taste.
I can see the truth. Honestly, I can see the truth in this year's story because, bro, that kid was unplanned for.
Fam, look at it this way. You see, let me tell you something.
Adonis?
Let me tell you what
Is
you
that the
guys.
name?
Yeah.
Let me tell you what you guys don't understand, right? A lot of these fucking groupie chicks.
That's the end game.
Fam, I've toured with fucking artists. A lot of these groupie chicks, bro. You'd be fucking surprised what happens on tour. It's crazy. And the point I'm trying to make is this, yeah. What she allegedly did, yeah,
Happens.
Even it happens.
It happens.
It actually happens.
Fam.
Yeah, I feel as if that's the same story for maybe Drake. Maybe Drake didn't plan on this lady, maybe this porn star lady having his child. Maybe he was in there and it was too wet. He slipped and it was
Because
done.
remember when that whole story came out, when Thingy was like, "Why are you trying to hide the kid from the world?"
Yeah.
All these rumors started going out. How's Drake hitting up this porn star? Raw, what? These things happen. Even right
In the
here in
heat
the
of the
254.
moment.
You get
Yeah.
so all of that. But for sure, it was unplanned for. And anyway, he's embraced it. He's always posting up with
But
the kids.
I hope this has encouraged guys to use condoms too.
Or hot pepper.
Don't put the hot pepper. Oh, okay, this is just too much.
That would be.
That's what she said.
That would be painful for all of you guys.
No, but seriously,
Don't try.
seriously though, man.
How
To
do
me,
you- okay,
what's
question.
crazy about
The
that?
nude.
What I think is crazy most of all about that is the extent that a lot of the socialite chicks will go to trap an NBA baller
Yeah.
or trap a rapper or trap a
Insurance
whatever.
policy.
Insurance policy, because guess what? If she's an internet hoe, right, or whatever she is, right? Let's say she comes out in 4 months' time. I slept with Drake. I'm now carrying his baby. No one's gonna care about how she got impregnated or whatever it was, or whatever the deal was. No one's gonna
Try,
no one's gonna care.
try being CEO over here. You see whether you'll have the same problems, bro. You have to dispose of condoms the same exact way. I'm telling you guys, by the way,
Use condoms,
you will
my
get
dear.
you will get even more famous and bigger and everything. You just can't be throwing condoms out and saying, "Toodles, let me go get some breakfast."
Let me Google
4 months
For real?
later,
How do you guys dispose of them?
fam.
How do you
Yeah,
dispose
drop
of
the
them?
knowledge.
Yeah,
I have-
drop the
Hold
knowledge.
on, I'm Googling.
I have you know that thing for that thing for the barber shop.
What thing for the barber shop?
The one you put
The sterilizer.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Wrap it in tissue, put it out there.
Stop
All
it.
the kids.
All the kids.
Thank you very much for liking and subscribing to our channel, The Good Company. I'm sure last week
You know,
It goes
like,
from
you know, like
bad
how
to
every
worse,
time,
bro.
you know, like how every
Every
time,
time.
in the
you should have
movies,
just kept quiet. I
you
continue
know, like
this.
every time in the movies they're testing out like nuclear bombs, and you see that line for
Guys.
Okay, you've googled something.
Now, I didn't know that. I didn't know. I'm not a biologist. So outside the body, sperm can live for about 15 to 30 minutes.
Yep,
Bruh,
It's
that's
true.
more than enough time for her to get that hot
exactly. That is why I was telling you, you can't be nutting and going to KFC or Galitos or Coquito. Make
But
sure you take that shit.
in a hot tub or bath,
Wow.
sperm can only live for a few seconds or a few minutes.
With you?
That's not.
Take your kids with you.
15 to 30 minutes.
Already
You
a
said
daddy.
what? That's nuts.
Bro, no, I didn't know that.
I see what you did there.
That's nuts. Idiot.
That's all like
Bro,
this one is a grey
no,
area.
no.
Trying to
Man,
clean
them,
it later.
put yourself back in the scenario.
Yeah,
You've
Many
smashed
times.
this chick. She has 15 to 30 minutes.
yeah.
to
That's-
go and find your Jimmy.
It's still warm.
Ah, yeah.
Mm.
Wow, your CD.
Why,
Bro,
why
that's
did you
some
bring, G, why did you bring us back into this scenario?
Bro, that's some crazy shit.
Also, why did you use Jimmy?
It's old
Yo,
school.
it's-
It's old school.
Oh, okay. Maybe I don't understand
Yeah,
it.
but that is actually
Yeah.
true, guys.
Wow.
Listen, if you're watching the
is a
podcast
condom.
and you know
The
there's-
name of this
even the
podcast
new-
is 15 to 30.
yeah.
Even the
you
new
know there's
generation
babes
alpha
who will
use a
actually
condom.
Oh, yeah,
babes
the
who will
generation
actually try
alpha.
and whatever, what do you call it, capture you. Yeah, bro, it's life. Some people have seen
No, but obviously, the stakes are higher with Drake.
of course.
Us guys are regular
Highest,
guys,
you
yeah?
mean?
Nah.
Highest.
Us guys
Nah,
are-
imagine I
You don't
feel as
think
if
the
it's
stakes
the
are
same.
high
The
with
stakes
us?
are high with us.
Aye, come on.
Aye,
But
come
you-
on.
imagine-
Do you think? Anyway, you think how many people
Gee.
want to trap people out here?
No,
It's bad news.
some youngers I know were watching the podcast, right? And they're like, that
Hey.
money is hot.
You guys are trap
I
people
was
out
like,
here.
okay.
But I get
Some
that all the time.
youngins-
Yeah.
What do you say?
Mwambia anaweza trapiwa out
Yo,
here.
calm down now, calm now.
Can be trapped out here.
Imagine.
But I would deal with that differently, though.
How would you deal with it?
You want
Like,
to get into a
Proper
motion?
like Nyashinsky and Femi One.
I would deal with that differently.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
For real? Differently how?
How is
move on.
differently? No, you can't. There's no point of comparison for us to know what differently is.
Move on.
But anyway, let me take advantage of the age difference on the pod, yeah?
I'm too
I feel
dead.
as if there are things we don't get, but
Yeah, it's fine.
there.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Someone tweeted, glad I got to experience a Disney Channel and Nickelodeon before they fell off. And it got me thinking.
They
this-
never fell off. When you went to guys watch SpongeBob?
No, it's going somewhere,
Oh,
bro.
okay. No, it's because I
Damn
watch
you, man.
SpongeBob. Huh? You do, right?
Damn.
No, I
But-
watch.
No, let him land. Let him land.
There's a bigger conversation here. And there's plenty times G has said that he's glad that he grew up around a time and an era where the internet wasn't what it is right now.
It wasn't there. But go on.
Yeah, wasn't there. And it even goes as far as affecting the way artists move nowadays.
True.
Such and such. But are there things that maybe the both of you look at right now? And I'm not saying that Nickelodeon and Disney Channel have fallen off.
Right.
But you're like, I'm glad I got to enjoy this before it became what it is right now.
All right, I think one thing that I mean, and it's good, and it's the yin and the yang.
Yeah, the yin and the yang.
Yeah, because there's good and there's bad. One of the things that I remember as a promoter, because that's what I was essentially, you know, radio, DJ, radio, whatever, but you know, essentially I did events, right? It's that I remember going out there and fly. We used to call it flying, handing out flyers outside clubs. So literally, you'd go to the hottest clubs, you have your flyers, and you hand them out by hand. Nowadays, a promoter just makes a poster,
Yeah.
post it on Instagram, and it gets shared and it's all done. And I think to myself, wow, if I had that in my time, my venues and the amount of money we used to spend to make physical flyers would have been different. But I think what I do appreciate, being from the era before the internet, is I do really appreciate the fact that some of my friendships have lasted this long because we were friends without distractions. And let me add to that. Like it's kind of different when, I don't know if you've experienced it. Have you ever been in your house and your friend comes and knocks the door and asks your mom or your parent if you could come out to play?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
That's a different thing now. Like end of the day now, where guys will say, "Sawa, let's game online, or let's do this." And I love when I see the kids in the estate actually outside doing their thing. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
In this, because I think a lot of friendships have become almost skewed towards digital. Like, fam, there are people you probably speak to on WhatsApp and IG you haven't seen for like a year or stuff. Whereas in those days, for you to go and see your pal, you had to go and see
All
your
the
pal.
way. True.
In terms of the internet, though, I embraced the internet from very early. As soon as it was commercially available, I had that dial-up big ass computer that was big like this, and it's incredible how slow it was back then. Like I can look at
expensive.
how slow and how expensive it was. It's unbelievable how slow it was. Like, but it's just like end of the day that what the internet gave me immediately was I've got a quest for knowledge, and it sated that immediately because now I had access to everything I wanted to learn. Say just Google how long sperm can live outside of the body in less than 5 seconds.
Who'd have thought?
Like, who'd have thought? Like, that would have been unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, like 20, 25 years ago.
True.
You'll have to go to the library.
And, oh my God, libraries. Bro. Question.
True.
You'll have to go to the library.
How important is education now in the digital age? And let me break it down for you. Ask me what is the, I don't know, who's the president of Guatemala?
Yeah.
I can tell you in 3 seconds. Ask me to explain Pythagoras' theory. I can explain it in 2 minutes.
There's YouTube
Tell
videos.
me- so I'm saying to myself, with this thing called the phone, we literally have every single. There's a phone ringing in the background. It's my
Austin's
phone,
phone.
but don't worry, it's in the other studio.
Okay.
So we literally have access to everything. So yes, there's been a change in terms of how the digital thing works, but I embrace that shit, man.
Calvin, what about you?
Hold on, sorry, I was about to sneeze.
Take your time.
1, 2.
No, it's
gone,
gone.
it's
Yeah,
gone.
performance anxiety.
My heart didn't stop for a sec. For me, because the way Jesus put it, I relate to that in quite a bit of ways, right? But for me, I'll now look at it from my daughter's perspective. Like over Christmas, my young nieces, cousins, because I've got like small ones, right? Is to see how kids nowadays actually don't go out to play. They're on their iPods, mobile phones, all the damn time out here watching all of these YouTube videos, how to dress up all of these dolls or all of these things. Kids literally like keeping me in the house on a Saturday. My God.
It's unheard of.
Hey.
More drinks.
Oh, I was like, God. Like, I know the kids in the estate are playing football. I'm like I felt like my mom just didn't fucking like me. She's like, no, you can't go out to play. That was the biggest form of punishment. Right now, kids, they're like, oh, go out to play. No.
Switch off the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Like, turn off the Wi-Fi is how you discipline a child.
Yeah, that's
these
punishment
days.
enough, bro.
Yeah.
Can't
What about
imagine.
you? What's your take, though? You guys take?
I had wanted to take a different take on education because you're asking like what's the point of education right now, and I remember I don't know which famous guy or which smart guy, I don't even remember where it came from, but I read something along the lines of if you can Google it, then you don't need to teach them.
I agree with it. I agree.
Yeah, cause why you teaching me something or forcing me to maybe cram something that I can look up in 0.5 seconds. But the actual knowledge is in now maybe how things work, the background, right, and all of that. And still, what's stopping someone from Googling all that up?
Okay. I think let me kind of even refine that statement, saying school versus education. Education is a process of thinking. So education is still important.
Yes.
But I'm trying to say, don't we need to change the way in which we look at education now that knowledge is so available? I'll give you another example. Do you guys know an A to Z is? An A to Z. It's a book called An A to Z. Do you know what it is?
Do I?
Have you ever heard of it?
The alphabet.
Do you know what it is?
Dictionary.
Have you heard of it? Any of you guys heard of A to Z?
Maybe it's not a Kenyan thing. Or,
an A to Z was a brand of maps that you keep in your car. So basically now, let's say I'm going to Kilimani and I don't know the way, I open the A to Z. And I literally have to look at, I'm here, and the map, the road goes, so every section of, like, say, every big city had an A to Z. You had the A to Z of New York, the A to Z of London. And in London, in the bigger cities, they broke them down into different areas. So it's like A to Z of North London, South London, Fam, I do not miss that shit.
No, with maps.
Can you
I
imagine?
believe she
Bro,
mispronounces things. We
that
live with
shit,
it.
Bro,
Turn
I'm telling
left
you,
on
going across
Kijumuri
town
Road.
Yeah.
in those days
Yeah.
was like a lesson in itself. Because you're driving and you're like,
Damn.
Oh, left here. So we have to embrace the good and the bad, you know.
Something else I'm very grateful for, and I think we mentioned it in one of the previous or earlier episodes or minisodes, is damn. Hollering at the babes, bro. Like, you remember back in the day, for you to talk to a shorty you'd like, maybe you'd have to talk to a parent or a sibling, throw a note somewhere or something of the sort. Or if you want to text them, you'd have to use your parent's phone, aim at a certain time, and they'd have to read the message and delete the message.
Right.
Yeah, with the do not reply, and then, you'll have to keep communication struggling with that. So right now,
And that method
we did
always
it on the
failed at least
Safaricom
once.
episode. Yes, I've remembered. Yes. So right now, I'm so glad that, man, I can, if I want to text you at 1 a.m., which I won't, I can.
Right.
So I'm grateful for that right now.
Yeah, yin and the yang, though,
Yeah.
but also, what's the look at it from a wider perspective too. What's the trade-off? How many times do you hear people being pissed off because they're in work WhatsApp groups? They're in WhatsApp groups where your boss can drop something in there at 8 o'clock, and you guys are like, your boss is thinking like, I know it's 8 o'clock. I want to put this in here so that we can discuss it tomorrow. Like the anxiety because I don't. No, honestly,
Very true. Very true.
Let me
Yeah.
tell you, and I say this before, and I said it before on the podcast. One of the greatest things that Radio Africa ever did is the fact that we can't load our work emails on our phones.
Oh yeah, the email system. Yeah.
Like so they have a inbuilt email system, right? So literally you can access it in the office. You can access you can access it on your web browser or on your phone, but it's such a long thing. Whereas I'm used to the thing of your work emails just popping up immediately in.
Yep.
Do you know how beautiful? Like I've forgotten how it feels to not read your work emails.
You'll have to log in to actually
Like today,
see if you have an email
I
or
logged
not.
in. I said to Charlie, "Shit, I don't think I've logged in this year."
Wow.
Like, to say, thank you very much for that, Radio Africa. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Never put them on the phones directly.
But never, what
Yeah.
about you? Is there anything you feel like maybe this generation is enjoying a bit more than a previous or a former generation, or something that we would have enjoyed in a, like, I won't lie, I feel like I'd have really enjoyed the disco era, the 80s. I feel like I'll never know that feeling or that experience
fashion.
because
The fashion.
the evolution of music. Right now, my taste buds are completely
But-
different.
If I
But
tell
I'm
my
gonna-
grandfather he doesn't need to go to Koinange Street, he could
can
easily dial a hole.
Dalaho. No.
He's like, what?
Let me jump
right.
back to what Annie said. But hear what? This is what I think also. To your point of disco music and stuff, right? 80s music. Fam, there's an amazing journey that we can take as humans when we go back and discover the roots of music. And I tell people this all the time. Don't be trapped
In this.
in this era of music. Because it's like when I say to you that Marvin Gaye dropped one of the best albums of all time, What's Going On? I wasn't there when he dropped it. Like it's the era before me, right?
Yeah.
But when I read about the context of how the album dropped, the protest against the Vietnam War, and when I listen to the album and I just hear one man's conscious train of thoughts, I wasn't there. But I get to experience it in my own way and draw my own inferences from it. Hip hop. In the early days of hip hop, when Jay-Z and Nas, when Nas especially, not so much Jay, but when Reasonable Doubt and Illmatic, when they dropped, I didn't give a fuck about hip hop. I was in the dance hall. Reggae, that was my world. My world was dancehall and reggae music. When I started to hang out with Semtex, and Semtex, Semtex was the hip hop equivalent of me dancehall.
The
wise.
dancehall, yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So when I became friends with Semtex, and then I saw the passion that he has for hip hop, and how he would still come to me and talk to me about dancehall, then that's when I began to learn about the history of hip hop. Then I realized that, oh, wait a minute, I remember this song. But I didn't know its cultural
clicking.
significance. So the point I'm trying to make is at the end of the day, like in this day and age where we have the Spotifys, the Kikis, the all the various apps
Plug.
that you have, right? Oh, you don't know about Kiki? Check it out. But they have
Do you love me?
Spotify's, Deezer, Apple stuff.
Yeah.
Fam, you can go back right now. Cool Mo D released his list of top 10 rappers of the 2000s. But he's been releasing this list every year for the last, 30 years. You can go look at his list from 86 and go and listen to those artists in your headphones right now.
Okay.
You can listen to, it's like Rihanna, work. Fam, do you know that was sampled from a dancehall song?
The Cousins.
The beat. It was sound. The rhythm was called the Sail Away rhythm. It's got Sean Paul on it, Richie Stephens, Wayne Wonder on it, Tony Curtis. So Rihanna paid those guys for that beat to use a sample. The point I'm trying to make is there's an incredible journey that we can all take with music. Just from our phones right now, man.
Yeah, music is time travel technology. Yeah, but you said fashion.
Yeah.
But you can bring anything back if you
But
wanted
that's how
to.
fashion is. I feel as if fashion is like, it always repeats, like skinny jeans, kitambo, whatever, the baggy
The
jeans.
flare.
So,
Oh, yeah.
see-through glasses, Ray-Bans, everything. So I feel as
like-
if we live in a loop sometimes.
Man, fashion is so wide. Like what I fuck with is not what you fuck with. You get?
True, yeah.
Like, bro, the other day I tweeted, every single time I see Kanye West in those gumboots, I'm like, do you want to be in Moya? In a
I
rice
like those
plantation,
gumboots.
bro. Those
I'm
gumboots
feeling
just
them.
look so fucking
want
heavy.
Yeah, they look billionaire-ish.
They're so-
It's not
or-
normal. Yo, he's
or
9
like-
billion
or like-
up. He's not gonna wear.
or like the Yeezy sandals, right? I haven't seen no one wear them over here. But in Lagos, everyone wears them, and they're ugly. They're expensive.
Speaking about Lagos, before we wrap, I'm surprised that none of you guys have mentioned the great blackout that took place a couple of
Speaking of Lagos. No, that's a violation.
So I got to the bottom of that, right? So obviously Nigeria.
No, we're not talking about Lagos. We're talking about Kenya.
Yeah. So now to give context to your blackout story, right? In Lagos, right? So obviously a big oil producing country.
Yes.
They can generate their own whatever. But it's such a situation where the politicians have made the power situation become so bad so that they can sell generators.
Yeah.
You get? Because everywhere is everywhere.
I was in Kilimani on the night of the big blackout, bro.
Oh, it happened at night?
The night?
It sounded like bro.
sounds like a movie.
So basically, the whole country went out during the day. What day was it? It was Tuesday.
Yeah,
Monday.
10:45.
Or Monday, right?
Yeah.
The whole country went out on Monday.
Monday,
right?
yeah.
Now the whole country came back in the afternoon, but then parts of Kilileshwa, Kilimani, blah blah blah, were out until the following day. As a matter of fact, even when I left the house
Rongai, true.
yesterday, power was still gone.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Really?
That's serious, huh?
Yeah, so, but the thing about it is, it's like, what two things that came to mind. First of all, if Kenya ever goes into war with someone, they just need to attack at night.
The power lines.
And just wipe out Embakasi and we're nice. The whole country's blacked out.
Oh, the thing was in Embakasi.
The pylons fell over in Embakasi. Knocked out the whole country. The second thing that made me think was, I know that this country has developed outwards in the sense of like maybe Mombasa was a town, then Nairobi was a town, and all of the satellite towns have developed
Mushroomed
outwards,
everywhere. Yeah.
But surely there should be some planning to this point where coast generation,
The
coast
national
electricity
grid,
is generated
Yeah.
in coast.
At the coast.
Because we have a
Yeah.
refinery there.
Yeah,
There's
you-
water.
You can't tell
So why
me.
not?
You can't tell me that
all the dams
that
are in
Jonathan-
Central and Eastern.
Jonathan on his way from a bar in Nairobi crashes into a pylon in Embakasi, and now Samira in coast.
It doesn't have power.
It's
Remember
mad
which
to me.
country we're in, guys.
That's
Our
bad.
leadership and who they do. I don't feel as if they want that for us. Because just as we
man.
say it as easily, they would have done it. I feel as if all these good things that even we enjoy now, like expressways and SGR, if the government would have wanted to do that a long time ago,
10 years ago.
wangefanya ni juu tu, sometimes they don't feel it.
You know when I saw all of that and I was commenting on it and saying I woke up to a blackout as well, right? And the best comment that kind of summarized it for me, and I was like, yeah, Africa is a country.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
Swear down.
All right,
Same
guys.
problems.
Well, listen, man. There's a lot of good stuff on the channel for you to watch. Grouchy will be back next week with the wake up
Part
call
one.
and the lockdown session next week.
Yes.
No, next week. The week
Next week,
after.
part one. Yeah.
He has a lot to learn about consistency. So he should be back next week, but he's just extended for another week. So he got 2 more weeks before
Damn.
he's back on
Yeah.
air.
So
You can
this-
rewatch some of the older sets.
Yes.
You can also watch the content interview that I did the other day as well.
Amazing. Can we just
Very
touch on
dope.
that? It was like 2 Jamaicans who have met in Kenya, former Jamaican high school, just bonding it out. And it was dope, man. I like we were smashing the views there. That was dope. It wasn't your regular, oh wow, welcome to Kenya. Have they given
It
you a
was very
Kenyan
disrespectful,
name?
which I
It
liked.
was normal interviews.
How do you
It
ask
wasn't like
conscience if he's not tired of coming to Kenya? But it's okay.
that. That's how it should be. I'm
I
sure
like it.
even in a year or so, even this year, if they call him back, I'm sure conscience
2
will
years.
pull up.
Yeah. Very soon, Calvin is bringing
Some-
Tiwa and YC. Or we haven't talked about Goya Mena coming to the 254
Oh, wow.
with one hit. I'm here for it, bro.
Yeah, I'm also here for it.
I'm here for it.
I feel as if that's how they build their foundation. I remember seeing a photo of Adekunle where before all the okay, and he didn't have any hit song, and he was like trying to fill out the market, and that's
Yeah.
how now when he came back years later, we're like, oh, Adekunle. So I feel as if this guy for Bam Bam, sorry we don't know your name, but
Goya Mena.
Goya Mena,
Yeah.
I feel as if was on the right track. Kenyan promoters and Eleni.
Damn, he's come
Eleni
before. He's
kabisa.
coming before Fireboy DML. Pause. Pun unintended.
We cannot-
there.
no, I don't
I know
think-
his rate card
Yeah,
is
some
because of
artists
the
like
Ed
booking
Sheeran.
Wizkid right now.
Why not?
Pesa, unless they are. Yeah.
Anyway, it's fine.
Anyway,
We shall still with the big
Guys
boys.
will complain, but they'll still go to
They'll
what.
still
Exactly.
attend.
Because you know what, that FOMO and that wanting to chill with the big boys,
With the big boys, yes.
is gonna be there.
Yeah, man.
Listen, us guys out in the building until next week. Check out all the content. Don't forget the Monday Minnesota as well. Every Monday ish, in the evening. At some point, and yeah, we have conversations, man. This has been the Mics Are Open. My name's G Money.
Neville.
And the young.
And Big C. Yeah.
Nice.